Let me reiterate that
Permettez-moi de
we are
réitérer,
not talking about going to war.
nous
This is not Iraq, it
ne
is not
parlons pas de guerre
Afghanistan,
ici, ce n'est pas
it is not
l'Irak,
even
ce
Libya
n'est
or
pas
Kosovo.
l'Afghanistan,
We have been very
ce n'est
clear.
pas la Libye
The
ou le
United
Kosovo.
States believes the only way for the Syrian conflict to truly
Nous
end
sommes très clairs, nous
is
avons
through a
toujours dit
political
finir de
and
manière
not a military
complète
solution.
le conflit
What we are
syrien.
talking
La
about
solution
here
doit
is a
être politique et
limited
non militaire.
military
Il s'agit
action,
ici d'une action
one that is aimed squarely at
militaire
degrading
limitée
Assad's
qui vise
capacity to use chemical
directement
weapons and
dégrader la
deterring him
capacité
from
d'Assad
using them again.
d'utiliser ses armes
What we are
chimiques.
talking about is standing together and speaking with one voice in opposition to a clear violation of a red line the world has defended for nearly 100 years. So this is our Munich moment. This is our chance to join together and pursue accountability over appeasement. We in the United States know and our French partners know that this is not the time to be silent spectators to slaughter. This is not the time to send a message where doing nothing is far more risky than responding. This is not the time to allow a dictator unfettered use of some of the most heinous weapons on earth. This is the time to pursue a targeted and limited but clear and effective response that holds dictators like Bashar Assad responsible for the atrocities that they commit. And I know I speak for President Obama when I say that we are exceedingly grateful to have France by our side in the effort to uphold the global red line on chemical weapons and to protect our shared sense of decency for generations that follow. I'd be happy to take some questions.
Répondrons des questions maintenant.
Andrea Mitchell of NBC.
Ici à la maison.
You say that the support is growing, not receding. But the European Union, the 28, there were disagreements among them. They did not endorse military action. They want to wait for the UN inspectors report, even though that won't be dispositive as to produce this hideous attack. And they acknowledged the authorship of it being Assad. There's no question about that anymore. So why they want to wait for that is unclear. But the support at home is going absolutely in the other direction. By day, the count of House members is declining who support this. And Americans are saying, why should we do this? Why are chemical weapons worse than the 100 or 120,000 who have died already from conventional weapons, despite the treaties? People at home are telling their Congress members, we want to worry about our schools and our kids. How can the administration take action in the face of that without the mandate of the UN, without the mandate of Europeans for military action? Mr. Minister, 60% of the French public also opposes this action. Why wait for the UN inspectors? And would you feel strongly about joining the United States if the United States Congress says no?
À une intervention où vous vous associerez au gouvernement américain pour cette intervention.
I just, first of all,
Andrea,
this case has not yet been made to the American people for more than a few days, and we will continue to make the case to the American people. You asked the question, why should an American think that this is valuable? I'll tell you why. And Laurent Fabius and I were talking about it as we walked outdoors. Because this concerns every American's security. This is not remote. This is not some far-off place where something happened that's just one Arab sect killing another Arab sect on some internal fight. These are chemical weapons, which for almost 100 years the world has banned from usage. And in time of war, the only people who have used them are Adolf Hitler and Saddam Hussein, until Bashar al-Assad. Now, we know that there are security interests of the United States in the terrorists, the jihadists, who grow in that part of the world in their focus on the West, on Europe, and the United States, and elsewhere.
vivent dans cette partie
And
du monde,
if
qui
these
se forment dans cette
weapons
partie
fall
du monde
into
et qui
their
visent les
hands,
États-Unis et l'Europe. Si jamais ils ont
every
accès
American,
à ces
everybody in
armes,
Europe should
à
be
partir de ce
concerned. Sarin
moment-là,
gas was
chaque
used in
citoyen
the
européen,
Tokyo
chaque
subway. That's what we're talking about.
américain doit être préoccupé
As
par la
extremists
situation. Le
grow
gaz
in their
sarin
power,
a
which
été
will happen
utilisé
if
dans
we
le
don't
métro
take
japonais.
action,
N'oubliez pas donc
we will
les
have
conséquences de
licensed
ce qui
Hezbollah,
pourrait se passer si
Iran,
l'on
and
n'agit
Assad to
pas.
do what they
On
want
va
to the
permettre
people
à
of Syria.
Assad, Hezbollah,
That's the consequence of
l'Iran de
walking
faire ce
away.
qu'ils veulent et faire ce qu'Assad a fait contre
The
le
word
peuple.
of the world will be in question. Multilateral structures and organizations that we've spent years trying to build up to respond to these kinds of things. The principal one is the UN hasn't been able to respond because one nation keeps vetoing its ability, or two nations, to be able to act. So we're supposed to turn away because the UN itself has become a tool of ideology or of individual nations, and not say that the principle we put in place and have fought for all of these years is going to be thrown away? I don't think so. When you look at those videos of those children heaving for breath, unable to move, spasming, their lives stolen from them, or their parents' lives stolen from them by gas in the middle of the night when they should have been sleeping comfortably at home in their beds. Instead, they're wiped out by a man who has no conscience about what he does to his own people. Are we supposed to walk away from that? And President Clinton says the greatest regret that he has about his administration is that he didn't move on Rwanda. And history is full of instances where countries walked away from a responsibility and worse things happen, including war. If we don't confront this now, I promise the people of France, and Europe, and Americans, we're going to see this issue grow, and it will be required that we confront it in some other place at some other time where there may be a greater miscalculation. And what will Iran say if the United States backs down? What are the implications for each of the countries in the region, Jordan, Lebanon, Israel, Turkey, others, who are just downwind from the weapons, depending on which way the wind blows, that Assad has chosen to use. This matters to Americans as a matter of security. The stability of the Middle East matters to Americans. It matters to Americans whether or not Syria implodes and breaks apart, and there are ungoverned spaces where terrorists call the shots. That matters to Americans. It matters to all of us, and I think we need to stand up and be counted. And so does my good friend Laurent, and we're going to keep talking about why this is important to all of us. And as Laurent said to me, for the people of France, il a dit, c'est vous qui êtes concernés.